so now it's time to start making this side over here. And this very first piece is the hardest piece to make because it's kind of concave. So what I did is I started off, I'd already made the other side to use this template. Since I got these sides so exact, I can use this template on this side. So I just turn it, flip it around backwards, and put it up against there. And I've already marked it where my roll starts right on there. So I've already went and cut me a piece of sheet metal, and I've marked it where my roll is. So I'm going to put this in my roller and go ahead and put that roll in there, then start stretching the center out to put this little bit of an arc in it. And then once I get this one in place, the other ones aren't near as hard. So let's put a roll in this. Got it marked right here where I want my roll to start, and then I'm going to go in there and stretch that with my hammer in my bag over there, and then I'll roll this in my other roller. Alright, now that's kind of what I was looking for. That's my front, and there's your side, and then I'm going to put a little bit of a dome in it. So let's get this over on the panel bag. Set it up in there, and it fit pretty good the very first time, so I lucked out pretty good right there. Now the side of the truck, where the wheelhouse is inside there, it comes right down. It's kind of flat right there, so I'm going to end up needing to flatten that back out. So I don't really need to put any dome in that. All I really have here is this bag here to put that dome in it with, and then I'll put it in my English wheel and smooth it out. So right here, I don't want to do any beating here. I don't want to do much beating past this line. I'll do just a little bit in there just to make that transition nice. So let's, I'm just going to stretch the middle of this right out. Alright, now that's starting to get it stretched out. Now let's put this in the English wheel and let's roll that out smooth, and you'll see this is going to start putting a little bit of a dome right in here. I hadn't stretched any of my metal right here, so this is going to want to lay flat, and this is going to want to lay flat when I get done with it. So let's start rolling. Alright, now after rolling that out for a minute, you can see starting to get some crown in there now. But I need a lot more than that, and I'm going slow a little bit at a time. I'm gonna beat this out just a little bit more, and then roll this out a little bit more and fit it until I get it just right. Like I said, this is the hardest piece to make out of that wheelhouse right there. Once I get this one done, I can roll on pretty good with the rest of the stuff. So let's put a little bit more stretch in this thing. I'm gonna beat my bag out so it'll go in and stretch in there. All right. Alright, let's wheel that out and see how that looks. I'm glad to finally get these wheel tubs fabricated. I got both sides done. They both look about the same. I'm fixing to go in here and plug weld and grind it all up, finish it all up inside here. And that's a big step because that's securing this side. I kind of had to work this side with the wood and pull these and push here and there, and then lock these in. I got these locked in. So it's really squaring up now, but I'll give you a closer look at that. I've been kind of mounting this up to see how this will work, and that's looking like that's going to work pretty good right there. So I may play with it a little bit in between the welding and the grinding and stuff. So let me give you a closer look at this. So now you can see I've got this panel. I went ahead and put this panel in because I know the outer structure out there fits the door. I mean, not the door, but the wood on the outside that I had up there. So I know I don't have to move that, but the front one I'm going to have to move a little bit because they're caved in. So I won't install that piece until I get the wood back out here and install that lower piece for the front, and that's these pieces right here. But the rest of it I've done. I've had to make most of this stuff, and then I made it across here. Now I'll just spot weld, finish all that up, grind all that up, and it'll look good. But that's a big step, getting that part secured to the body. It's not long we'll be pulling this off. I still got to fabricate here and here, and I have really not much to work with other than the two factory splash pans and seal plates, but we'll just have to make it work as we go here. These are really coming along now. I've got both of them fabricated in place, tack welded. I went back and I tack welded this one all the way around. I have to just do little tacks all the way to try to keep that metal from moving around. it's tough sometimes making these parts. You have to make the part and install it in the spot each time. It's a lot different than being able to make this part and take it off and put it on a wheel and roll it and stuff. So I had to be real careful on that and work it in place, and it did real nice. So now I'll come back here and I'll actually clean all that real good, and then I'll come back with my 2-part bonding adhesive and spread it in there in case there's any little pits or holes. Do both sides of that, and that'll be done. And now I've got to go over here and weld the other one in the same way, grind it all. It's a lot of work. I'm going to put some angle in here and blend all this together. Over here on the side, I'm going to bring your floor out all the way the height of this. It's going to give you more foot room and leg room in here. So we can move that passenger seat around a little bit more, so just widen it on out. Then your air conditioner, I'm taking the guts out of your air conditioner, and this is what I'm going to use, and this is really going to work out nice and look good right there once I get all that blended in place. So, well, I had it up there. There we go. Once I get all that blended in place and do something at the bottom there, that's going to look good, and I think I might could mount this in behind it and then use these controls, and I'll just run some little flexible drive shafts down to these, and then turn the top one, turn that one, and then run this one off the dash. So let's get back to work and get this other one done. It's a big step here. I've got all this worked in, and it looks factory perfect. The old and the new transition between both of them are going to blend so well together, you're not even going to be tell where it's happening at. And I'll do that at every door opening. I have to do that blend to make that look right. But with all my welds and everywhere the overlays are, the panels I've installed, it's all been blasted, pickled, and treated. And then in on all the welds and everywhere it's connected together, I use this 3M panel adhesive. It's about 50 bucks a pop, kind of expensive, so I don't run it through the tube and stuff. I just mix it up on the board so I can get every bit of it out of there. And I'll do this on every panel everywhere, inside and out. I go back after it's like this, I can just hit it with a 80 grit and knock it down flat. But it makes it a lot more rigid and the car more solid and no vibrations and no moisture in your weld. And so you won't have any blisters or any trouble with it. It's an outstanding thing to do. So I'm going to get all this mixed up, finish all this up, and I'll show you what this looks like here in just a minute. Alright now Bruce, now it's getting time to start on your rocker panels, but inside here I want to show you what all that looks like. So that's all been welded and dollied and shrink or stretched, whatever it needs to make the panel strong, and then pickled and pre-cleaned, and now I've got that 2-part epoxy bonding adhesive all the way around it. And then when that dries, I'll sand all that with 80 grit. And I've got it on this side, and that'll be an extremely solid repair. Then I'll sand all that down and re-epoxy everything in here, and it'll look like one piece when I get all done with it. I've still got to do I'm going to raise that floor level right there all the way and put you a little bit of a step all the way down through here. And the same on this side. I'm going to fix to fabricate you a pocket, a step, and a rocker panel. The rocker panel is going to be a little tough because it has an arc to it all the way. And then once I get all that done, then I might finish up the back and then pull this thing off of here and put it on the rotisserie or something. But you can see that there's where I've done the glue on the last time, and then when I sand that with 80 grit, that's going to be a super strong, solid, sealed off, strengthening thing there. So let me show you the back. So back here, I've got all that seam sealed where I put them splices in. That's the bottom pieces, the piece I got from Tom, so it's spliced in real nice. And then I'll raise the floor level back here all the way solid, all the way, and then come in here and cut this out for your rear hatch so it looks nice at that jamb. So every jamb is going to look really, really nice when you open up the door. Look factory perfect. I've got this rocker panel mocked up in here. Now this is a stock one. You see it's too short and the arc's in the wrong spot. So I got 2 of these and I got 2 straight ones, and I'm going to take the 2 and put them together and make this work out. So so far so good.